In this video, we'll be taking you with us on our recent trip to Oahu this past October. Join us on this adventure-packed 5 days as we drive, explore, and eat our way around this beautiful island. After arriving at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, we were so hungry and couldn't wait to eat. Our first stop was the closest Foodland to the airport, where we grabbed some poke tuna, scallops, along with some seaweed, rice, and a Hawaiian Sun Lilikoi drink. This is my favorite thing to eat in Hawaii, such a simple, tasty, and inexpensive meal. After our little snack, we drove down to our hotel in Waikiki. We stayed 5 nights at the Hyatt Regency Waikiki Resort and Spa. Check out our spectacular view from this room, and don't forget to watch our tour of this hotel with the link in the description and at the end of the video. After check-in, we walked around Waikiki and our first stop was the International Marketplace. It's an open-air shopping, dining, and entertainment destination which features an iconic banyan tree that is more than a century old. We looked at the food choices at the food hall inside the marketplace, but decided to keep searching for other options. We also walked by the popular Marugame Udon and saw that the line wasn't that long, but we decided to look for another spot since we've eaten here plenty of times. After a 5-minute walk, we stumbled upon Sticks Asia Food Hall, which features authentic cuisine from various Asian countries such as Japan, Taiwan, China, Korea, and Singapore. We ate at Udonyama and ordered the Nikotama, which consists of udon, sweet beef, onion, and an egg. The udon was good and tasted the same as Marugame Udon without needing to wait in a long line, so we recommend checking it out when in Waikiki. After eating, we headed over to Waikiki Beach to watch this beautiful sunset. We also took in this view of Diamond Head as we tried to decide where to eat for dinner. There are so many great food options here, but Duke's Waikiki is my go-to spot when in Waikiki. Located right on Waikiki Beach, it's the most popular restaurant in the area, so I recommend making reservations if you want to guarantee a spot for your party. Duke's celebrates an atmosphere that encompasses surfing, the spirit of Hawaii, and live music on the beach. My favorite item here is the mahi fish tacos, while Beverly prefers the coconut shrimp. A must-order for dessert is hula pie, which is made of macadamia nut ice cream, encased in a chocolate cookie crust with chocolate fudge on top. And finally, it's time to go back to our hotel to get some much-needed sleep before our long adventure tomorrow. We woke up early to the spectacular view on day 2. After breakfast at our hotel, we headed to the North Shore to start our long day of exploring the island. Our first stop was Dole Plantation, which was an hour drive from Waikiki. It features a 20-minute train tour where guests learn the history of pineapple in Hawaii. Kids will enjoy roaming through the pineapple garden maze, which is one of the largest in the world. There is also a pineapple garden and a large koi pond where you can feed the fish. We spent 45 minutes here to get some Dole Whip and purchase some goodies to take home. Our next stop was Giovanni's shrimp truck for lunch. Known for their garlic shrimp, it has been a staple at the North Shore for decades. For dessert, we drove a few minutes up the road to Matsumoto Shave Ice, which has been serving the North Shore since 1951. We ordered the tropical, which has 3 flavors: lilikoi, guava, and mango. Next, we stopped by Pua'ena Point Beach Park to hopefully see some turtles. Luckily, there were plenty of them swimming, and we were fortunate to see one swim up to the beach. Next up was Waimea Valley to see Waimea Falls. Unfortunately, due to a lack of rain, the waterfall was not flowing, so we just walked around the lush grounds and checked out the farmer's market and we were off. Our next stop was Ted's Bakery, home of the original chocolate hapia cream pie. Ted's offers a variety of baked goods, sandwiches, and plate lunches. We grabbed a slice of the famous chocolate pie, which was so creamy and delicious. Next up was Laie Point, which has sprawling views of the ocean as well as a unique sea arch on an offshore island. This naturally formed island is known as Lizard Rock since it looks like a lizard when viewed from afar. This area is one of the most popular places for cliff jumping. Should I have tried it too? Let me know in the comments section. The Polynesian Cultural Center is just down the road from Laie Point. I highly recommend this place to anyone visiting Hawaii, especially if it's for the first time. It's a family-centered cultural tourist attraction and living museum which has 6 island villages representing the unique island cultures of Hawaii, Fiji, New Zealand, Samoa, Tahiti, and Tonga. Back on the road again to our next stop, Kualoa Beach Park. The grassy park with a long stretch of beach has fantastic views of Chinaman's Hat. Visitors can paddle out to the small island and hike up one of its trails. On our way back to Waikiki, we stopped by the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, which is a historic burial site honoring veterans. We went here to walk up to the Punchbowl Scenic Lookout to get a great view of downtown Honolulu and its surroundings. This area was peaceful, relaxing, and not crowded, so we suggest stopping by when in the area. Our final stop before getting back to our hotel was Leonard's Bakery, which was founded in 1952. Let's watch Beverly demonstrate how to eat a malasada. After dropping off our car, we took a stroll around Waikiki to catch another beautiful sunset and to look for a place to eat dinner. Maguro Brothers is a small spot that serves sushi and poke and has great reviews online. We ordered a hamachi sashimi and a poke bowl. The portions were small, but the fish was good and tasted fresh. We were still hungry, so we stopped by Musubi Cafe for some delicious spam musubi, which was our last stop after a long, adventure-filled day. After another early breakfast at our hotel, we headed out on this rainy morning to our first hike of the trip. Koko Head Trail is a 1.5 mile hike to the top of Koko Head Crater, which consists of climbing 1,048 steps on an abandoned railroad that was used during World War II to transport supplies and soldiers. The rain made the hike even more challenging than it already was, so we took our time and made it to the top in 40 minutes. Unfortunately, there wasn't much of a view because of the rain and fog. Oh well, at least we made it to the top. The views got a little better as we slowly made our way down the slippery tracks. All those steps made us hungry, so it was time to get some more poke from Foodland, which we enjoyed from our hotel's balcony. After eating, we headed to our next stop. Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese on December 7, 1941, and no visit to Oahu is complete without paying respects at the Arizona Memorial. It's free to visit the memorial, but we made reservations online for $1 per person to guarantee ourselves a spot. Over 1,100 crewmen perished inside of Arizona during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Their names are engraved on the marble wall inside the memorial. After the tour, we walked around to take a look at the other exhibits, which show the events leading up to the attack and its aftermath. It was time for some snacks after visiting the memorial, and we stumbled upon Liliha Bakery as we were driving around. We tried their famous cocoa puff and a mochi donut, which were both so soft and delicious. We still had plenty of time before our next activity, so we drove to the southeastern part of the island to check out some viewpoints. Our first stop was Lanai Lookout. Then we headed to Halona Blowhole, which was formed thousands of years ago by volcanic eruptions that created lava tubes along the coast. When waves crash against the rocky shoreline, water is forced through the tubes and can sometimes shoot up to 30 feet into the air. The views here are breathtaking, and Halona Beach Cove is just a short trek down the viewpoint where we saw some people swimming and enjoying the beach. Diamond Head State Monument was our final stop of the day. Reservations are required for entry, which can be purchased at the park's website. The trail to the summit is 1.6 miles round trip with many switchbacks traversing the steep slope of the crater interior. Once at the summit, we had spectacular views of the Waikiki shoreline as well as Diamond Head Crater along with Koko Head in the background. It's a fairly easy hike, which we were able to complete in an hour. 2 hikes in one day was tiring, so we headed back to our hotel and ate dinner from the Hyatt Regency's Club Lounge, which has great views of Waikiki Beach and the sunset. And finally, we were back in a room soaking in the view and ready to get some much needed sleep. After breakfast, we were back on the road headed to Lanikai, located on the east side of Oahu. It was time to do my favorite hike on the island, the Lanikai Pillbox Trail. This intermediate hike takes us to 2 historic army bunkers from World War II and endless views of Oahu's windward side with Mokulua Islands in the background. The first part of the trail is the most difficult, but there are ropes to hold on to keep your balance. It took us 25 minutes to get to the first pillbox and another 10 to reach the second. Just remember to bring plenty of water since there is no shade when going up this trail. The views up here are stunning, and this hike should not be missed when traveling to Oahu. After the hike, we spent an hour enjoying the white sand and crystal clear waters of Lanikai Beach. For lunch, we stopped by Zippy's in Kaneohe and ordered the Korean chicken plate, which was crispy and well seasoned. And we're back on the road to our last stop of this trip. Kualoa Ranch was established in 1850. This 4,000-acre private nature reserve and working cattle ranch is a popular tourist attraction and a famous filming location. We went on the Hollywood movie sites tour where we saw the famous Waimea Valley, known as Hollywood's Hawaii backlot, where over 200 Hollywood movies and TV shows have been filmed since the 1950s. Our first stop on the tour was this World War II Army bunker, which now holds posters, props, and memorabilia from movies and TV shows filmed at Kualoa through the years.
Yeah.
Everybody see the brown house over there?
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to Okinawa. Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, wow.
Footprints. Now these footprints, when they were filming at that time, these footprints were actually 6 feet deep. Now at that time, our cattle could not see at night. Our cattle could not see at night, so they were falling inside these holes. So yeah.
Let's take a look at the boneyard from Kong's Skull Island, which are all made of styrofoam. Here's the famous Jurassic Valley, where scenes from Jurassic Park were filmed. Kualoa Ranch was an interesting stop, and it was better than what I thought it would be. We headed back to Waikiki after our tour and just hung around the beach until dinner. Our final dinner for this trip was Maguro Spot, where we shared a poke bowl, which was fine, but not better than Foodland poke. Nothing is better than Foodland poke. And this concludes our 4-day adventure around Oahu. Thank you for watching. Please support us by liking and subscribing to our channel so you can follow our adventures and weekly uploads.